say a big thank you for you both to join me today, because this is the start of the Salon Success series, where we're going to do lots of interviews with salon owners who are clients, salon owners who are not clients, and what we want to do is share more about running the business side of your business, and so other people will find it inspirational, other people can get ideas, and because your journey has just been so phenomenal to watch. So ladies, Natalie and Natasha, tell us a little bit about your roles in your business and why your dynamic works so well in your company.
Yeah, well, first of all, can we just say thank you for having us, for interviewing us. Like, literally, we've known each other 12 months now, I think we've just said, and to be here after 12 months and to be being interviewed about our like achievements and journey, like, this really is a big deal for Natalie and I, and I'm getting emotional saying that. Like, you know, thank you so much, you know, for everything leading up to this point, but especially for having us today. Like, we do really appreciate it. I'm Natasha. Natalie and I are twins. I'm kind of like, well, I call myself director of operations. You know, I really focus on the business side of our business.
I'm Natalie. So I am actually a hairdresser and educator. So my career has solely been in the hairdressing industry. It's taken me, I've been international, I've worked backstage, I've worked on the shop floor, I've worked at events, I've taught. There's not really anything within this industry that I haven't done.
We've never had that sit down meeting like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We always knew, you know, what was special about our relationship. And
we want to talk more about the journey over the past 12 months, because your insights, the lessons and the growth is just phenomenal and will be massive value to any salon owner watching. But before the past 12 months, let's just share a little bit more about your journey and you owning a salon up until that period. So tell us a little bit about your company then, what was happening, what were you looking for?
Yeah, so we actually opened our first salon when we were 26, so 10 years ago now. So when we met you, we'd already been in business for 9 years. And being sort of young and in our 20s, we definitely realised that we didn't know how to run a business. So we actually opted to go into a franchise group. So we ran a franchise salon for the first sort of 10 years.
Probably about 4 years in, we realised that actually, although we were award winning and we were, you know, doing all this amazing marketing and we had this team and we had the second salon, there was something not right within the business, and it's actually causing quite a lot of stress and strain. And actually what we realised is all this growth, we were just working harder all the time.
The focus was always on the top line. What was the most we could turn over, bums in chairs. That was kind of the rule of our business. It was how we ran everything.
Yeah.
So we were basically busy fools.
We were actually working ourselves into the ground, weren't we? And it was having effects on our, you know, our relationship with each other. And
so we first met in August 2019 at Sophia Hilton's social media course in Glasgow. And so I was a guest speaker and we kind of spoke there. And then shortly after, you guys decided to join the Systemize for Success program. So at that time, what did you feel that you were looking for when you were thinking about joining the program?
This is why we are here today, because we took the time to come talk to you. You know, we weren't looking for you, but, you know, you got on stage and you said...
There you were.
Yeah, and it really resonated.
All in pink.
Like, sat in the audience going, we have got to speak to that woman. And I think we walked over to you and just burst out crying. Probably. And then... we kind of had that realization of, right, we actually do need a business coach. What are we doing? Like, doing the Macarena with Sophia Hilton? Come on.
So we came to Sophia's course thinking that social media, we need to get our social media on point. And then it was always bums on chairs. So if we get the social media right, it will drive new business in, and then we'll all live happily ever after. And Natasha and I realised, like, it's like if a light bulb could have appeared above our heads on that day, it would have. But when we spoke to you, Natasha and I both came away saying, Jessica knows something that we need to know. Yeah, we weren't looking for a business coach at all. We didn't realise we needed one. We thought we needed other things. It was always what we looked like on the outside. So our social media, how many staff we had, how quickly we were growing, you know, that, and how many, you know, what our turnover was. That was always the focus.
Yeah.
And then at that point, we realised we needed to get down to the nitty gritties and start focusing more on the bottom line rather than the top line.
What was that click that made you decide we're going to go for it, we're going to jump in, and what kind of took those concerns away for you?
We knew we were busy fools, and we did really want to change that. So I think really for us, it was one, when we would get a return on the investment, and two, how can we stop being busy fools? And we felt that you had the answers to those two things.
Any change requires sacrifice, doesn't it? And it's going to sacrifice time and money. That's ultimately always going to be the things. And that's what you have to weigh up. Do I want this end result? And am I willing to sacrifice the time and money it's going to take to get that end result? Or do I want to stay where I am? It comes down to, which do you want more? So from the beginning of the journey, when you signed up, start to tell us a little bit about what did you learn, what did you implement, what did you change in your salon as a result from what you'd learned?
Initially, we made some quite drastic changes, didn't we? Which had like quite an immediate return. We really kind of stopped at one module in particular, which was nailing the numbers, until we absolutely knew every spreadsheet, every markup, every number, everything, every number within the business. And actually that was an absolute eye-opener for us. So one of the very first changes we made was some of our prices, which we very quickly realized, you know, okay, we were doing great on social media and we're advertising certain services. And when we actually looked at these certain services, we realized that we were making a loss on some of them. Some services were making a profit and some weren't.
We'd been running a loyalty program, which actually made us a loss every time we sold it.
And I think in the first months, just with small tweaks, they weren't even big changes. I think we increased the net operating profit, so not the turnover. It was the net operating
bottom line.
Yeah, by 19%. Yeah.
Realised we'd massively overspent on stock.
Changed everything, absolutely everything. There isn't anything that's the same.
And like you said, we haven't worked with one client who wasn't making a loss on some of their treatments and services. Heartbreaking when you think, Natalie, like all of them services that you've done over the years, how much time that is, and knowing that you might as well have paid them £2, £3, £4, £5 not to come in because they have made a loss to the business. And like you say, Natasha, once you know those numbers and you can just plug them small holes, it does have an immediate, quick return, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Well, that's where we saw a return on our investment within the first couple of months.
You know, we kind of set ourselves a target. By August, we want to be achieving this net operating profit. And each month, like, you know, I'd literally wait till the last sale on the day. I'd be putting my P&L sheet in and emailing both of you and saying, this is what we've achieved and this is why we've done it. And this change has done this. And, you know, like, it was really exciting.
We thought we knew our numbers because it wasn't that we never looked at our numbers before, because like we said, we were always looking at the turnover, always looking at the P&Ls. But what we were doing is looking at our P&Ls when our accountant had done them every quarter, and then we'd look and go, oh, how much profit did we make? And we should have known that information instead of waiting for our accountant to tell us.
Yeah.
So whilst we thought we knew the numbers, one thing that we'd never done is priced accordingly by putting our profit first. So we just priced based on how much we think we should charge, what other salons charge, how much we charge in the past. Oh, maybe we should have a price increase. Let's put it up £1. And all of that came from nowhere, just from what we thought we should do. But our pricing strategy now is so sort of cemented and ingrained in us, isn't it? Rather than just
Yeah.
making sort of whim decisions. So as somebody who was a business owner but working all the time on the shop floor, I would say that fitting those extra clients in isn't going to get you where you want to be. You don't know that you're pricing profitably. You don't know that every client or every other client that you're doing is actually causing you a loss. You will never transition from being that busy stylist behind the chair into the business owner if you don't take a step back and get the right advice and have a business coach like Jessica who will help to guide you in that direction.
Like, one of our biggest things with Natalie is she used to feel like a prisoner behind the chair. She used to feel like she couldn't, you know, she had to be there all of the time. And, you know, that was quite stressful in certain circumstances. And actually having the freedom to work on the business and knowing that actually your operating profit is going to increase is actually really liberating. 100%. If you want to get to the stage where you've got a retirement and you know, you've got these goals, if you want to get there, currently don't know how to get there, then you definitely need to do this. 100%.
And one of your biggest changes was the rebrand and moving away from your franchise group into your own independent brand. And tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the brand, because I love this story. I love the inspiration. As you guys know, I relate to it a lot. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the new brand.
Well, yeah, forgive me if we start getting emotional. As you know, we kept this a close guarded secret for a while. I know what our branding is, and actually it was exactly the same. And we both actually realised that we're so incredibly inspired by our childhood memories, really fond childhood memories as well. In particular, women within our family and our grandparents, especially our nan. And you know, she was like our biggest believer and our biggest advocate. And, you know, she just really always encouraged us. And, you know, she was probably Natalie's first client ever.
Never Natasha and I reminisce, or, you know, kind of, we're out of our business heads and we're talking family. We always come back to our upbringing and such happy times it's always in our grandparents' house.
Some people just kind of pluck a brand out of anywhere and they go, oh, we like this colour, let's go for this. But your brand is so authentic and it's so deep rooted and it comes out in everything that you do. And it was just it was just so amazing to see that being pulled out step by step and really evolve into what it is now. And I can remember when you showed me a picture of like a little trolley and you're like, we're going to have this in the salon because our nan had one of these.
Yeah, the Drinks Trolley. There's a photograph of Natalie and I, and it's where we stood in our Sunday best, like between shining, and had to stand in front of the Drinks Trolley, like, you know, to have our photograph taken. So there's loads of photographs, stage photographs of us stood in front of this Drinks Trolley wearing, like, I don't know, sailors out. So the word Heir actually is continuing the work of a predecessor. So that's like, you know, that's what we feel like we're doing. Like, we are who we are because of, you know, these inspirational women in our life. And, you know, it's like a continuation of those values, like real solid core family values. And now Natalie and I, you know, we're mothers, we're business owners, we have our team, you know, like we are helping people grow, you know, all the time and achieve their goals. And it's, you know, it's like what happened with our family. So it is so personal, and we do get choked up talking about it because it is really special. And it's like all of a sudden we've realized what we did wrong. Big question marks over our branding for a while.
Yeah, I felt so lost, and I felt I didn't know who I was, what I stood for. And then just another light bulb moment pinged, you know, and for Natasha and I together, and the values of the business, the mission statement, the way we wanted things to look, you know, it all was so organic from there, because because of this delightful moment that we'd had. And
tell us about finalising for British Hairdressing Business Awards.
Again, this was, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that we've done this within 12 months. Like,
yeah,
I can't even begin to, like, it's sometimes
with the lockdown as well.
And sometimes when you look back at what we've done, you're like, wow, we actually did that. Can't believe it. So we'd been open for 2 weeks when we entered. Like, it was when, you know, we're in the newcomer award finalists.
Actually, Jessica encouraged us to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think we were going to do it. It was Jessica saying, why are you not doing this? And we were like, really?
So to be in, you know, finalists with these other amazing salon brands, like, honestly, just to be a finalist is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
a massive achievement. Huge.
A British hairdressing, and you know, we're just talking like a small award, a British Hairdressing Business Award. Are we good enough? You know, and you always kind of have that, like, it's something that other people do, not us.
And you guys, over the last 12 months, through a global pandemic, have grown from one brand new company into 3 brand new companies. So tell us a little bit more about the other 2 companies.
So Heir Education was actually launched when we did launch Heir Salon. So that Heir Education came with Heir Salon.
We knew that there was a big place in education for us, especially with Natalie's experience being an educator as well.
One of my main passions, and it always has been, is hairstyling and hair up. And that's where the inspiration for Airheads came along, because I was posting pictures and videos and tutorials to my social media, and I was getting a lot of questions of where did I get my mannequin head from.
The particular one, it was that you specifically wanted a premium quality and realistic. So it's like a realistic head shape, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Head shape and the shoulders. And it was really to display your work as an educator, to grow your Instagram following, and you know, to create these images whilst you were in lockdown.
And we wanted to create an education platform, like a community, if you will. So everyone who attends education with us basically can access us for support at any time after their education. You know, to kind of, rather than the old days where you would go to an academy, have a day course, go away and have to just put that knowledge into place. I wanted our students to be able to access us and keep asking us questions, and, you know, help them to take that knowledge away and help them to grow into really confident and professional and profitable stylists, because actually that was something I wasn't for such a long time. And I really believe a lot of hairdressers suffer from imposter syndrome. A lot of hairdressers don't, we said before, you don't know what you know until you know it.
Yeah, the whole idea with education, with all of it, so we have got masterclasses in colouring, so there's, Natalie's touched on when to expect the unexpected. She's also rose to bleach and tone. The idea is we've chosen specific services which in our experiences are anxiety provoking services. So those services that you see booked in your column, that you run into the dispensary or the staff room and go, oh my God, I've got this booked in, I need 10 hours for it. Oh my God, I can't charge this for it because I don't know what I'm doing. When actually this could be a colorist of 10 years who actually probably does know. So the whole education is written to bridge the gap in knowledge, but also to increase confidence with these anxiety provoking services. And you know, we've tried to write them completely brand neutral and completely adaptable, so they can be taken in at any level, whether you are with this brand, or you know, whether you're starting out as a colorist or you've been a colorist for many years. So we've tried to really break each one down to make it really adaptable.
And from a business point, it's been fantastic to still be running, you know, to still be operating and running the education even whilst the salon has had to have been closed. And you know, the next step was, now that you're creating that profit, is your next question to me was, right, now we've got all of this surplus profit, what can we put it back into? And that's kind of where the Airheads was born. You know, again, to create, and a lot of people are looking for this at the moment, how can they create multiple streams of income, diversify their business?
But with this specific mannequin, it's the size of the head, it's the realistic facial features, it's, you know, being able to accessorize, like wearing the earrings or having shoulders to dress up. Like, it really is like a life-size Barbie doll.
Initially, we were putting our profits away and we didn't really know what we were going to do with them. We were talking about perhaps putting them into private pensions, but actually we had our profits sat there, and then we kind of saw this opportunity, didn't we? We basically saw this opportunity where we could actually reinvest our profits into another arm of the business, which would give us almost a semi-passive income. With us currently closed, it's actually helping us now. What we realize is, in these times during the pandemic, we can't always expect our salon to be open. We can't expect our staff to be able to work. We can't expect clients through the door. So in these times of closure, having these other two streams of income now, so Heir Education and Airheads, puts us in a stronger position. So reinvesting the profits into a new segment of the business was actually, in my opinion, a good idea.
The key is you need the salon to be profitable first, to then either, you had one of two directions you could have gone, either start focusing on wealth management, which some people do for your exit strategy, pensions, stocks, shares, investments, and start going down that road, or reinvesting and opening more companies, which enabled you to open 2 more companies and kind of bulletproof your business in all directions. Looking back at your journey as a whole, what would you say has been the biggest lesson you've learned?
Stop looking at what other people are doing and focus on putting your foot forward and figuring out where you can improve within your own business. And chances are it's not you know, your outward appearance, it's something internally in your business somewhere that, you know, needs that tweak to get you to where you want to be. It's so easy now with Instagram and your social media, and everyone, you know, looks like they're doing extremely well, and I'm sure most people are, but that wasn't the case for us. We were doing well in some areas, but in some areas they were actually detrimental and holding us back. So, you know, it took us a long time to actually find that source of the problem, you know, to fix.
Yeah, for me, I would say don't try and grow until your systems and processes are absolutely slick and your salon can run kind of without you if needs be. Don't try and grow until you can see profit building, and don't have like the magpie syndrome. Don't just, oh, something shiny, I'm going to buy it. Reinvest your profits into something that can give you another return. Don't just spend. Don't be a busy fool. Make calculated and measured decisions, and only grow when your systems and your operations are running perfectly in your current business. Because like Natasha and I did, we had on the face of things, we looked like we were doing really well. We expanded into a second site, but actually we just transferred the problems that we had in the first site to the second site. Whereas had we had everything running correctly like it is now and then expanded into a second site, it would have been a very different story.
And if you could say in one word, what would you say has been the biggest contribution to your success?
Profit.
Systems.
Thank you both so much. I think that there'll be so much value that so many other salon owners can take from you sharing your story and give them ideas to help them grow and scale their businesses. So if you're ready to get phenomenal results in your salon, you want to look at multiple streams of income, you want to massively increase your profit, you want to get systems and processes, and in 12 months you want to be sharing your phenomenal story, then you can book a free 50-minute discovery call with one of my team. And you can do this by visiting www.jessicacrane.co.uk/apply. You can pick a date and a time to suit you, and then make sure that you complete the short survey so that my team can get to know you and your business in a little bit more depth. Please note that all bookings without a completed questionnaire will automatically be cancelled. Make sure to commit and plan it in your diary, and make sure to attend this 50-minute business consultation with all business decision makers in your salon. And during this call, we're going to assess where you are with your business right now, where you want to take that business, what goals do you want to achieve in the next 12 months? What money do you want to make in the next 12 months? And we'll be able to help you to craft a plan step by step to get from where you are right now to where you want to be. So make sure that you jump over to www.jessicacrane.co.uk/apply and book your free 50-minute discovery call, and we'll look forward to speaking to you really soon. To your success, I'll see you soon, and thanks for joining me today.